Yo, what's up with y'all, man? I'm back with another video. HVK all day. Let's get it, man. All right, so, what I wanted to talk about in this video is how the more you count streaks, right? The more you focus on what day you're on, the more you focus on your streak of retention, there's more chances of you relapsing when you do that. And obviously everybody's different, but this is my point of view in it, from personal experience, but also people have said the same thing too. So I just wanted to talk about it. Like when you're retaining, like if you when you discover it for the very first time, it's normal to want to like keep track, right? I don't know, it's just something that you do, right? You kind of start counting the days and things like that, but you don't want that to lead you to obsession. Okay, you don't want to become obsessed with your streak, obsessed with what day you're on and comparing days and all this stuff, man, because that's when it gets like distracting. All right. And another thing is that, when you're continuously counting the days, say that you want to go 30 days, right? So you have 30 days in your mind. What you're basically telling your mind is, we're going to do this for 30 days, right? And your mind can play tricks on you. Your mind is sneaky. So let's say that you reach those 30 days. You're aware that you hit 30 days now. So what your mind is gonna tell you is like, oh, congratulations, you just hit your goal. Now go relapse. Bro, it's gonna do like some reverse psychology RKO type of move on you. You know, where it's gonna be like, okay, you hit your goal, and then all of a sudden, like, you're gonna let your guard down. Because the thing about retention and being disciplined is that you have to keep your guard up. You have to be self-aware. You have to be sober and vigilant, right? But when you are continuously like counting what day you're on and focusing so much on your streak, there's more chances of you relapsing, especially like if you hit like a certain amount. This could happen with 30 days, 60 days, 100 days. um you know I've had that happen to me before one time where I was like kind of counting like the days and stuff like that, and I hit 100. And after I hit 100 days, not that long after I hit 100 days, I like relapsed, bro. And it was the fact that I knew that I hit 100 days, so I was feeling like good, right? And I let my guard down. And that's what it does, man. It's like it does some weird reverse psychology thing on you where you like hit your goal, and then yeah, man, it's like your mind kind of wants to like do the opposite of what you're doing. Right? It's weird, guys. It's strange, but that's what happens, bro. So from my personal experience, you should know what day you started, right? But you don't have to keep counting every single day. You don't have to keep putting all your mental energy on what day you're on and things like that, because it's just gonna lead to your own relapse, man. And it's gonna lead to obsession and focusing your energy on the wrong things, man. I see a lot of people, sometimes in the SR community, um, where they're so fixated on like their days, and it's weird, bro. Like I retain, obviously, right? But I don't really associate myself too much with like retention content or like Reddit or things like that, bro, because it's just, it's cool to soak up some information from time to time, but at the same time, you don't want to be like obsessed with just like counting days and the benefits and the streak and the female attraction. Like, bro, like all that stuff, let it flow into your life naturally, man. Stop trying to like force things, okay? Something that I notice about like counting days versus not counting it is when you're not counting, that's when you're able to go longer, because you're not continuously focusing on the day. It's almost like, have you ever been like at a job or somewhere and you continuously keep looking at the time, and it's like, oh my gosh, like it goes by so slow, right? But when you forget about what time it is and you keep like not checking what time it is, that's when it goes by quicker, because you're not focused on that. You're focused on something else. All right. So I don't know if you guys could hear that in the background, bro. These Jezebels wilding out. Hey, shut your ass up. Imagine. But yeah, bro, like don't be focusing on the days too much. Like if you want to go 30 days, just know when you started. But that should be something as like super how would you put this, like that's something that you should push at the very back of your mind, is your streak. Okay. Because that's how you go longer days on SR anyways, like when you stop focusing on it. Because last year I went like over a year, right, on retention, and I wasn't even planning on going a year. Prior to that I went like 105 days, right? um, and then from there I went like freaking four times the amount. I went four times longer than that previous streak. And the reason for that is because I wasn't counting the days, I wasn't focusing on that. Like before you knew it, I hit 3 months, I hit 6 months, boom, I hit a year. And then it was just like, yeah, like I wasn't like continuously like thinking about what day I was on. And then there would be people from time to time being like commenting like, oh, what day are you on, and this and that. But I don't even want to focus on what day I'm on. I don't even care what day I'm on, because when you start focusing on it, that's when your mind, does, like I said, it does that reverse psychology RKO move on you, where it just, you're aware about what day you're on. So there's more chances of you like, sabotaging yourself. That's how your mind works sometimes. Like you have your higher self, but you also have your lower self. And it's like sometimes that lower self wants to bring you down. It kind of wants to self-destruct, right? But like I said, on SR you have to operate through your higher intellect and your intuition, your higher self, and your logical self. Because if you don't, that's when things can go bad like quick, right? So it doesn't matter, like people get so focused on like streaks and comparing and things like that, man. Just focus on other areas of your life. You don't have to keep focusing on your streak and what day you're on. Like I said, you could write down what day you started. And here's a hack, all right? Here's a SR hack. Know what day you started, and don't count the days until you relapse, all right? That's if you relapse, okay? That's how you go long streaks, bro, because you're not thinking about like an end goal. Okay, that's the thing. It's like when you count, or when you're counting to a certain day, to a certain goal, you're basically, like I said, you're basically telling your mind that there's an end point to this. But when you just retain and you stop focusing on the end point or goals or comparing streaks or what day you're on, bro, that's when you could go longer. That's when you see more improvements in your life, because you're focusing that energy on something else. Okay, you're not giving power over your streak. You're not having like the streak cloud like hanging over you, bro. Like the streak cloud doesn't even exist. Like you're just living your day-to-day life, right? You're not overthinking the journey. Okay, you're not overthinking the journey. You're just living retention. Some people, all they focus on is what day they're on. All they focus on is what day they're on, what day they're trying to get to, and they're not working on anything else other than like in their life. They're just focusing on retention and things like that. And you don't want to be in that, you don't want to put yourself in that position where you're just thinking about like streaks all the time and all that stuff, or like it doesn't matter, like the secret to going long the secret to going on long streaks is to forget about streaks. All right, to forget about days and things like that. Sheesh, that sounded nice. But that's all I wanted to talk about, man. Is the more you focus on the days, is there's more chances of you relapse. Right? Um, because you're kind of putting pressure on yourself, like, oh, like, yeah, it's weird, guys. But let me know your experiences when it comes to this. That's all I wanted to talk about. So with that being said, I hope you guys have a good day. Maintain your frame. Retain gang. I'm out. Peace.